The loving in my heart won't break into. I never wanna say that we are through. I'm holding on to what we still have left. And yeah, you know me. The love I give is the love I got. So don't walk away. Don't see it all just to watch it fade away.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back once again with Predator Alliance League 2020 Summer. Of course, we're your shoutcasters. I'm Hyron. With me is Percy. Going to our second best of 3 conquest format between Chesman from Holy Angel University and RedStattik, again from University of San Agustin. And we see the bands here. It is going to be the Demon Hunter banned away from Chessman and RedStattik Paladin. Unfortunately, I really wanted to see more Murloc Paladin today. Is banned as well.
You've seen it in the previous game how Murloc Paladin definitely crushed through the Totem Shaman, even if it was an aggro versus aggro matchup, where if one side gets to curve out pretty well, then that side is definitely favored to win the match.
Definitely. Even if you're playing around, that matchup where both of you want to get ahead early and put the damage in, it's just so difficult as well when, even if you're playing around certain cards, that you're not able to push in the damage, and then you just get outpaced later in the game by a big combo. But of course here, moving into our second best of 3, Chessman, I believe, is going to be bringing in the Hunter versus RedStattik's Mage here. It is the Highlander Mage, I believe, as well as the Highlander Hunter. So it's going to be Zephyrus for both of these players. But looking at it, looking at the matchup straight up, it doesn't look too good here for RedStattik against this Hunter.
Yeah, statistics-wise, Hunter has always been the aggressor against the mages who lack heals outside of Ice Barrier, who lack probably a way to generate their own board, but they have the hugest comeback mechanic. So I might actually take out my initial predictions to what I discussed to you, that how probably this mage might be in the loser side. But it all depends on the curve, I would say.
Depending on how RedStattik here gets his mulligan out, as you said, he wants to be able to match the Hunters early in terms of his curve. Chessman here, let's looking at
everything and gets rewarded for it.
Man, that is such a good mulligan there. As for RedStattik, it's gonna be rough here. Starting out.
He kept the Learn Draconic, which is okay if you have other spells in your deck, in your hand at the start. But this keep might actually be detrimental to him unless he draws all of the spells that he can play immediately. There's one of the two, which is okay.
And as for his 2-mana plays, he doesn't have a lot of. He only has like half of this 2-drops are minions, half of his 2-drops are spells here. And this is going to be a ping turn here for RedStattik, allowing Chessman to go straight.
Oh, right.
Very, very aggressive Zephyrus there. Let's see what he's going to bring out. Yeah, it's definitely going to be the Animal Companion. Gives you another play on 3. Yeah, and anything you get out of Animal Companion is pretty much good here. As for RedStattik, just going to continue pinging. This isn't progressing the quest. It does give him the Bone Wraith for the next turn, though. But Chessman still on the pressure here, on the better foot.
And here we go, more pressure from this.
Give me more damage. I think was that the ideal? I think that could have been ideal there for Chessman to get Huffer, but Bone Wraith there to try.
It's damage. The faster that you kill this mage, the better.
There's gonna be a sticky defensive minion here for RedStattik. Chessman. He's putting on the pressure here, but this could be enough for RedStattik to buy him a couple more turns. But he has a Zephyrus in hand, and at least he has that if he ever needs an out.
Wait, what did he Zephyrus for?
Animal Companion.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's where he got this Huffer. But coin?
Yeah, just the big old whelp.
Yeah. Perhaps get another play here potentially for 6. Oh, sorry, no.
It's fine. No,
My
it's
bad.
fine. I
Yeah.
mean, you
Yeah.
did get your diving griffon for
Mhm.
next turn to be able to clear out this Huffer, but this no attack here just forces the attack to go to the Huffer right now.
Mhm.
And there's really not a lot you can do here. You might consider polymorphing this big old whelp just to stave off the damage.
Yeah, because that's 5 damage, and that's gonna make it so. Oh, he's gonna trade for that. Yeah, easy trade there for the minion ice barrier just to get a lot more health, a bunch of armor to survive for longer. But at this point, Chessman still has a lot of threats on hand as well that
Yep.
that RedStattik has to watch out for, and he's holding a lot of cards in hand here. But RedStattik still on initiative.
Maybe here you go. So there's the Zigzor. I was thinking of driving Griffin, but that would be a waste. But
Mhm.
he does have another rush minion in his hand with uh, this Zigzor.
Yeah, and that's going to be even more damage to face here. Of course, that Ice Barrier is going to give him 3 HP extra here, blocking out that 5/5 slap from the big old whelp. But
Still a
he's still
big
definitely
slap
feeling.
as well. It does take care of the entire ice barrier.
Mm.
Almost. Now
Oh,
with this evasive worm in hand, he'll be able to clear this big old whelp with ease.
yeah, and it is going to be a threat here that Chessman might have to deal with.
Yeah,
He's
he
thinking
just
about it, but I don't. Is there any other line here? Does he go for the Zephrys here?
no.
I don't think so.
I don't see anything. Maybe
Like,
he
'cause
there is an argument to Zephyrusing into a Shadow Madness so you don't have to deal with the Sixer Prime. You don't
but
deal with the big old whelp, but you deal with the Sixer Prime in the later turns. But as I did mention with you before, you don't need you don't need to survive as the mage for
Yeah.
longer because you don't have ways to heal. You're just going to get bombarded with damage. You have to
yeah, at this point
deal
in the
with
game, RedStattik has to be trying to take control of the situation and start
Mhm.
threatening Chessman. Because if it goes on later, he's just gonna get shot down consistently here by Chessman.
Yeah, we see a skill rider here into a scavenger's ingenuity, which might grab him the
Exactly
Zixor Prime.
the Zixor Prime.
There we
It
go.
does. It does.
There we go.
Oh man, of course that is still 2 turns away, but that ensures that Chessman has something big.
Not just something. Some things. There's like
Yeah.
4 6 6s on turn 8. How do you
Mhm.
deal with that? If you don't have a blizzard.
And as RedStattik here, definitely tough. He could get this episode out, but that's still going to be really painful there if he has to use it for the Zixer Prime. Because after the Zixer Prime, Chessman still has other other plays that he can use to.
And there's a
threaten
turn
Static out
7
here.
Brad. No
Damn.
turn 7 Brad. Interesting here. Interesting place. He snap picked the Siamat. Of course, I don't like
Much
when
here.
people snap play stuff because you don't consider all of
Mhm.
the options. But
But it could be that he's definitely that shows that he is confident at least in that decision. To go straight for the clear and continuing preventing RedStattik from getting a foothold back in this game.
exactly. And with RedStattik about around 3 of 7, if I'm not mistaken, on his side quest, he will be able to generate a 6/6 dragon if he chooses to fireball polymorph this board, which will definitely contest one of the 6/6s from Zixor. That's a lot of 6 Zixor. Yeah.
But he is gonna go straight into. Oh, that is that. I mean, 4/7 taunts.
It's the best. It's the
Yeah.
best from the Discover.
Yeah, 4/7
really do it.
taunts on the board here to try and get Chessman to lay off of him. And
Yeah,
this,
exactly.
this does play nicely, but Veranos is of course
Perfect
gonna
top
make
deck.
sure. Yeah,
But is it the
tough for
perfect top
RedStattik.
deck?
I mean, he still does. He's still gonna have to
Trade.
smash into the 4 attack there, but it does ensure that he can clear those in one shot and
Mhm.
tracking.
The tracking there wasn't necessary, but it might as well. He does get rewarded by junking all of the unnecessary cards here.
Yeah, thin out his deck, make sure his future draws are way better. RedStattik here. It's a
Might
really tough
consider.
spot.
Okay, he draws
Okay,
first,
draws
which is
first.
very fundamental.
Yeah.
And right now, I'm considering to just Conjure Calling this. Yeah, which he should do.
Yeah.
He does. She does. Maybe he's gonna go for a fireball. Oh, this is ballsy. There are only some good 6/6s.
That's okay. I mean, it's still way better than what he originally had, but
Here
it's
we
a
go.
prime.
This sixer prime.
God.
Yeah. I see what I did there.
This.
Oh, sixer prime. There's a well.
Oh, Chesman with a well played already. Wow, the confidence.
But
Holy
here we
Angel
go.
University represent here, of course.
That's a ruin.
Oh man,
That's good. And
he does
what
clear it
else?
out completely.
What
Uh,
is?
Chessman's still very confident, going for the astounding there.
So a Nagrand Slam on turn 10 deals 9. And if it misses the Zephyrus immediately, this is lethal. No miss. Okay. So one more turn, but the Nagrand Slam is just too much.
Yeah, the Grand Slam so good when you at this allowing you to close out the game. He does have Frost Nova to buy him a turn.
But as we see, we have the caster's view. He's not going to be enough with the Bran and the Corrosive Breath. Even if there wasn't Bran, a Corrosive Breath, just play a minion.
Yeah. And it's not gonna be enough here. Chessman.
Oh.
Giving us the thanks. Come on.
Come on.
He's just going straight for the King Crush, and RedStattik just accepts his fate there, I think.
What if it's a Vapor?
If it was Vaporized though.
No.
But it is just gonna be Flame Ward, which is unfortunately not enough to keep him alive. And the mage falls down.
Yeah.
Tough. That's rough for the entire game for RedStattik.
Exactly. That's basically the matchup of Hunter versus Mage. You're in the back foot always as the Mage, and you did need to get some good stuff from the Fire of Creation, from the Conjure's Calling, which he definitely proved to do to be able to do, with not trading into the Veranus immediately and going for the Conjure's Calling and maybe considering the Fireball on
I think RedStattik played that decent as well as he could have. But that's the power of the Highlander Hunter. You get so many threats out, but you don't run out of fuel as easily, since you just have so many tools to keep putting out threats. And he didn't even need to use Zephyr's panic button. You just use it to keep applying pressure, which I like from Chessman. So it is gonna be his Egg and Rage Warrior, I think. Next up against one of RedStattik. It's either the Mage or Priest still for RedStattik here. But we're just gonna be waiting for that next game. Talking about the Egg and Rage Warrior, like what should RedStattik bring here against the Egg and Rage Warrior? Looking at the deck list.
We do, again, we do know the deck list. Too bad we didn't get to showcase the Highlander Mage of Aurelius a while ago. But we do see this Priest from RedStattik right now. It is no joke. Inner Fire Priest.
Inner Fire Priest.
No joke.
I mean, no joke. I mean, this could potentially steal out wins from the Warrior.
Exactly. It's a counter pick. Counter pick, more of a flex pick, like something to catch your opponent off guard. You have lost your swing from Divine Spirit, but I've been playing Priest as my main since 2014, and I made the switch to Warrior because that's what made me professional. But Priest is one of those.
Can't count him out.
Yeah, you can't count him out. Those classes that just are there still in the running with their classic setup, even if stuff like that still.
And this variant of Egg and Rage Warrior, there are both decks that Static is bringing do have certain ways of denying the warrior here, because this warrior list is running Terran, Gorfiend, and of course the eggs. The priest. Oh, so it is going to be. Yeah, it's gonna be the mage still. So he is gonna still be banking on this Highlander mage, but yeah, on that Terran, you can just polymorph that. So I don't think Chessman can afford to play the Terran in this matchup, I think. But yeah, RedStattik here has his Zephrys.
In hand, you don't really want to.
You don't want to use it on 2, but at least he has that for the panic button. Still 2 games in a row where it's ping turns on 2 against Chessman. Wait, I don't see the hand.
Well, we just have to bank on probably like he got something good off of this. What do you call this? The Sky Raider, or maybe he just a Corsair Cash on 2.
Okay, Chessman's mystery play here is gonna go for coin. So
Coin bomb rank.
Yeah, live wire lands. Okay, so
That probably tells me that he has 2 weapons in his hand.
like a spare weapon for anything that RedStattik might put out, and this is still giving him more cards in hand as well.
Yeah, and being not threatened as much Arcane Intellect is something you can consider. You do feed your side quest, it's still okay.
And fortunately here for RedStattik, this isn't really okay. So we're gonna have to fix that issue with a hand first. But hopefully for all of you that voted for the Virtual Hangouts chat rally, you've got to be banking on RedStattik to win through in the second game, because man, it's just so tough for him here. I think he fixed it at this point. Yeah, there we go. So he doesn't have a second weapon, but he does have ways to go wide here.
Yeah, so maybe not a second weapon, but he had the second Corsair had the Corsair Cash, which is basically the same thing. So now Scale Rider just to deal with that demon, all that. Yeah, and just have the 3/3 on the board.
Yeah, it is gonna be awkward for Chessman to trade here unless he has anything to buff it up, buff something up to 3.
Exactly. I mean, here we go.
Let's go for the weapon.
And this Warmel Challenger is gonna be a 1/7. I was considering just playing the Witchy Lackey and grab the Warmel Challenger on a later date, but maybe that's the best play for the matchup. You don't really want your Warmel Challengers challenging something else other than damaged minions.
And here, this puts him in a pretty good position here. RedStattik at 5 mana. Doesn't have anything too big. Just can just go for the big old whelp, so he has a big body on board.
But based on the quest, he's only played 6 of 8 mana.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
He is gonna get the Ice Barrier here for 6 out of 8 mana. Not quite enough, but it is gonna buy him more time here with Chessman just having low attack minions on board. It's gonna buy him quite a lot of time.
And it's kind of looking like Chessman is considering to Warmel challenge to Bloodsworn Mercenary this Warmel Challenger in order to be able to draw more cards off of the Battle Rage in his hand. Draws 3 instead of 2. Or maybe a risky skipper into a Bloodsworn Mercenary to be able to draw 4 or 5. Wait, let's count this a little bit.
Let's use our brains for this math.
Okay, no, he's going.
Witch Lackey, but it is gonna be draw 4, which is huge here for Chessman. Let's see what he gets out of that. What could be something for next turn here?
Definitely a reload. That's a good reload.
Yeah, and it's gonna refuel here Chessman for the turns to come. RedStattik here, 6 mana. What does he do here? Does he just play?
You can just play the Kartut.
Yeah, Kartut's defender, but
force this.
It's a pretty sticky defensive minion there, and considering that Chessman's current attack on his minions aren't that high, and it is going to restore HP to him.
Oh, he's gonna bank on the 1 mana, probably Arcane Breath.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't get anything.
Okay.
This is. He gets the Arcane Breath at the last minute. Okay.
I
I didn't like that, but it's good that he already buffs the board, and oh, yes, here's the
Ooh.
rampage into Bloodsworn Mercenary, probably going. I didn't like this in the rage, but oh, he missed one attack with that
Ooh.
with that Sky Raider. Hopefully, that's just gonna be a small inaccuracy.
Yeah. Because this is still huge bodies on board for Chessman.
Exactly. How do you deal
So
with this?
14, 16.
Maybe you should have played your Karthus Defender.
Yeah.
Here. Now it's going to look very janky. Like it's going to.
If he doesn't do anything, I think he's dead on board, right?
He
Yeah, but of
is
course,
definitely dead on board.
yeah, so he has to remove at least one of these threats. He does have, of course, the spells for it, but he still has 2 7-attack minions to deal with.
Oh,
One of which,
a snap pick. Why didn't you snap pick the polymorph there?
huh, strange.
Wait, this is exactly why I don't recommend snap picking your cards. You miss out on important thinking
You
time.
have time. You have time.
1 minute and 30 seconds is a lot, and this Zephyr's turn. He's going to Zephyr's into a Tyrion probably, and it's not a Shadow Word Death or a Silence, a Ruin. Ruin's actually pretty good.
Yeah, Ruin's decent. So he is gonna pick up that.
It doesn't destroy his side of the board. Except the dragon.
Mm.
Oh,
She's still going for it. For
Chessman
another.
with the
For
ballsy
another.
Ballsy plays.
He is gonna get heavily punished here, though. If
He might. I guess Chessman banked on the fact that there's no more Zephyrus. He thinks that.
it's time
he
for him
picked
to go
Tyrion.
all in,
Yeah,
but
unfortunately,
RedStattik.
you have to go face with your 6/6 here.
Mm-hmm.
Shadow Word Ruin and into Conjurer's Calling.
Sequencing, right?
Yeah, that's the only sequence. But maybe you can Conjurer's Calling your 6/6 after you attack first. Then you Shadow Word Ruin and then hope that you don't have like 4 attacks. No, Dragon Cast.
Oh yeah. It gives him more on board to work with after the Shadow Word Ruin absolutely demolishes the board here.
No trade.
Doesn't go for the trade.
Forgot about the 2 attack minion there. Some suboptimal plays here. Definitely, Chessman did not expect the Shadow Word Ruin pick. He thought that RedStattik would go greedy with the Tyrion. He didn't expect, or maybe he also didn't expect that Zephyrus will also recommend a Shadow Word Ruin there.
But I think it's definitely something that you have to keep in mind. I think with Zephyrus is that it's like you have to think about every single card that could be played there.
Okay, good
And
trade
seeing as
first.
he had like big boy threats, that Shadow Word Ruin I think should have been at the back of his mind.
Yeah.
But
and now I might actually give this to the mage.
perhaps.
As long as he stabilizes. And now with this Karthus Defender.
Yeah.
Definitely the
and-
stabilization is here. I can see it.
That's pretty much already like 8 health for him.
Exactly. Polymorph though, he doesn't have the polymorph for the Terran. He doesn't have Zephyrus enough for the polymorph next turn. So probably something has to be done once the Terran hits. Will the Terran hit now is the question.
Yeah, this isn't like the biggest Terran I've seen. If he does play it now.
Yeah. But he plays the live wire lance, forgets that he's already attacked. Or maybe just in case.
Yeah, just to save the mana for next turn. He does drop the Terran here.
Just it does bring a 2/11 and a 2/5 back. Not that threatening since it's only a 3/4. A power creation top deck is pretty good. I don't like the card flip here, but maybe that saves him.
Yeah, it's the quote unquote safer way to go about it because it does give you so much health to work with. But with a blood hoop there, would have that been better?
Cairn is definitely the
Cairn?
go-to play there. Yeah, especially since it does trade into the board, and you do have your own threats. But
Yeah, but I guess here RedStattik, he's erring on the side of caution here. Like he'd rather go for rather go for the less optimal play that keeps him alive for longer here against Chessman. But he's already pretty much stabilized from earlier.
Okay. And whoa. Okay, just a risky skipper just to deal with the first Cartoon Defender. And to generate the 2-5, 2-10, 2-11 board. Okay. Just Witchy Lucky into the risk something? Risky skipper? Why? Whoa, 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 whoa!
Wait, what? Hmm.
If you can see my face right now, I'm actually mad.
211 to 223. Pog. So
Now at
worth.
2-2. Definitely worth. Yeah.
Super worth.
Yeah. The mathematics is definitely on the side of Chessman here.
Still, the thing here is that RedStattik still has a lot on hand here. Chessman does have the Grom to continue pushing damage, and he has a big buffer in terms of his armor. But RedStattik here, if he can start outpacing Chessman at this point, it's gonna be really tough.
There we go, more taunts.
Oh, more taunts is definitely what he wants at this point, just to keep himself safe while also putting out a lot of pressure from his side of the field.
Wait, what? Arcane Breath, the Armor Smith? Question mark?
Hmm.
What? Maybe he's gonna Frostbolt it.
Yeah.
That's fine. And this mirror image brings out
More
more taunts. More taunts. Back up 30 HP. Maybe the Cartoon Defender was the best pick there from the Power of Creation.
Mhm.
And
Maybe
Chessman.
it's like
God.
he's starting to
Lose gas.
lose gas
speed.
here. That engine's just running low there.
Yeah. His all in on the Rampage Bloodsworn Mercenaries on the Warmal Challenger proved to be detrimental, and I might have to give this to the mage right now.
Yeah. He
There's
has
just no
a lot
way.
of cards on hand, a lot of ways to deal with Chessman's threats.
All of the threats are gone. Terran's gone.
Mhm. Yeah.
Bloodsworn Mercenaries both gone.
And Grom here isn't super threatening.
Exactly. Very tough match, but I guess this is just
See what the
Chessman.
Boombot throws out.
Doesn't
Face?
matter.
Yeah.
The face hit there was actually the worst one.
Yeah. 1 out of 3, and you get the worst one out of there.
Exactly. Just
Meanwhile,
Chessman playing
RedStattik,
it too greedily.
Really sitting comfortably here. A lot of cards on hand, a lot of ways to deal with Chessman's threats.
Yeah, I mean, maybe this Conjurer's Calling is
Mhm.
this snap pick might just continue to
Actually, big
outpace.
brain.
Big brain picks. The 21 armor is very just negligible at this point in the game, since you just want to keep controlling the board.
Yeah.
More stuff, bigger
Mhm.
stuff.
Pretty good stat. I like the 6-9. Nice.
Nice. Yeah. By the way, that's a card, a hunter card that basically plays like a dirty rat,
Mm.
and it fights the minion. Just in case you were wondering. Yeah. There's really not much to commentate on what's happening.
Chessman. What does Chessman have here to get out of this situation?
I'd say nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. I'm
fighting
that
words, because
I'm
yeah,
that negative right now.
I'm inclined to agree here. He does have the brute here to try
not gonna be
and
enough.
get back to work, but it's not gonna be enough. Even Grom isn't enough, and RedStattik still has a lot on his hand, and a lot in the bank still to draw from.
Exactly. And RedStattik still hasn't shown that he picked a second Conjurer's Calling, so
Mhm.
that's going to be another huge tempo swing, because he'll be able to trade out. And this Flame Ward just
Bruh.
deletes the board.
Bruh.
Deletes it. -4. Chessman does get some compensation from the Flame Ward by keep on hitting face. Oh, wait. Why didn't you? Oh my goodness. Maybe this was just a panic.
Yeah,
Panic.
maybe after turning his 211 into a 2-3, maybe that was like the descent into
The tilt.
madness here for
tilt.
Chessman.
The tilt. Hearthstone tilt, ladies and gentlemen. This egg's useless right now.
That egg doesn't do anything at this
Why would you play
point.
the egg first? Oh my goodness. Punished! Why would you play the egg first? Oh, come on! Dude! I'm mad. I'm actually mad.
You made Percy mad. That's
That's
I
an
don't
ach-
see
that-
Percy
it's not-
mad very often.
It's not an achievement. It's not an achievement. I'm actually I'm actually very toxic as an FPS player. pretty toxic.
Yeah.
But when you see me
I-
in
I-
Hearthstone, translate that. That says a lot. Oh,
What does he do here? I mean,
what is he doing?
he could have and just go for the Deathwing and hope that the 12-12. Once you're
This is
all out,
lethal.
completely out
Lethal,
of
by the
gas
way.
here. But Chessman already has.
Wow, rush. Very good. You'll be able to proc your egg.
But yeah, I think there were a lot of key mistakes there for Chessman in this game, and this is gonna allow RedStattik here to get a very comfortable game 2 here in this best of 3, and he's already, of course, killing Chessman. So the next matchup, I think, yeah, we've already talked so much about Chessman's mistakes this game that I think we just have to talk about the next game.
More of rather, I'd like to talk about RedStattik's plays, the power plays that we didn't expect. Yeah, instead of focusing on what makes me angry,
Yeah,
let's
what
focus
did
on
RedStattik do right there
Exactly.
to cement his position later in that game? Because he was really stingy with his cards early, but that did pay off for him in the end, letting him just outpace Chessman with just having more resources than him. Period.
Exactly. If you now that you mention how he's been thrifty with his cards, and very conservative with his discovers, that proved to be what keeps him in the running. The mental fortitude to just stay in the game despite having the losing position around turn 6 to turn 7.
And those snap-backs from the Discover, I mean, we say that he's not thinking too much, but yeah, like the confidence from there, and you know how it could be that he did go through all the calculations in that split second.
Grandmaster level.
Yeah. But yeah, the next one is gonna be, maybe it might be tough here for Static. He does have the Inner Flame Priest and Chessman still bringing Inner Fire, sorry, and Chessman still bringing, of course, that Warrior. What do you think of this next matchup that we have?
Oh, let's see. His Inner Fire Priest, I think, if I remember correctly, it has some Breath of the Infinite or Shadow Madness. Let's check some stuff here.
Because in this matchup you do seem to favor the Priest heavily against the Warrior, and I'm inclined to agree as well. So Chessman here has to.
Very slow starts from both players here. And
the thing is, his best value here in this matchup is Terran with eggs, but this Priest list has at least he has 2 copies of Silence, so I'm not sure Chessman can afford to even go for the Terran play here, but still. Okay, didn't go for healing Chessman there. No counter.
No counter. Exactly. That's what I usually do. I've played a lot of Priest over the past days, and all I did was just play like Galakron, the Zoo type Priest, and when I have no turn to it, just heal the opponent, unless it's a Warlock, of course. There's an argument here to coin out the Proud Defender because it's a 4/6.
Yeah. And you don't. I guess it's okay, but I guess RedStattik there didn't want another empty turn two turns in a row there, and it does put him pretty well here, 4/6.
Yeah. And let's give a huge shout out to this Radiance in his deck. There are 2 of these. Why?
What now?
Because I think Renew is better than Radiance. Radiance is basically restore 5 health to your hero for 1 mana. It's okay. But Renew is better because it's restore 3 health to anything.
Basically, still get a card out of it.
And discover a spell.
But I guess he was like, well, I mean, I guess against DH and Hunter. Monka,
I don't think so. No.
But you know, I don't think that 2 health, losing an entire discovered card is worth. But
oh, and look at Chessman with this just passing with slow health. The trade here is something that I don't want to see because he just heal it up. But there we go. Oh,
decent.
Decent.
It does
Might-
give him an entire 3/3.
This might force a forbidden words from RedStattik. It's a terrible threat. You do have Shadow Word Death in case Chessman does go far and wide, searching for
Hopping
everything.
over the Radiance just to show us that it's there.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, that's
See,
the
if
play
that
there.
Radiance was a renew, that Proud Defender would have been healed up back to 6. But what is this Radiance doing?
Still though, this is still showing that RedStattik is very thrifty with his cards on hand there, opting for the trade into hero power rather than any other tricks.
Yeah, you are
in
a
hand.
priest. You'd have to be as conservative as you can get.
Now.
Chessman here. A lot of cards in hand, but not a lot of payoff, so to speak.
And here it just clears out the Proud Defender. No, he's done his job. But if only the priest was able to do its job and healing it up, then he would have stayed for a little bit. Well, protect your tanks, guys. Protect your tanks. Heal them up. Buff them up. Don't let them die.
Nice.
Okay, so now there's only
Merging
you
it.
can just play light spawn. There's nothing else you can do.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, there's no other good players here unless he wants to troll us and heal 29, but heal the 29.
Heal
But
the
yeah, this
29.
light spawn does. I think there's no other play.
What are you gonna do with your light spawn? You don't have your power word shield. Yes, this man is crazy enough to play power word shield post nerf. You don't have it in your hand right now. So you might as well just play it as is. You do have your other hugely statted minions like your Safeguard, your Batterhead, your Twin Tyrant. Did Lady in Fire rotate out? I think she did, right? Yes, she did. Lady in Fire used to be a 6-mana 5/5 priest legendary, which basically casts Inner Fire on all of the minions in your deck.
Yeah, I think because he would have run that if it wasn't.
Yeah, definitely.
But here, Chessman throwing down a couple minions.
Just destroying this. Just destroying this light spawn.
Yeah, just wearing down this light spawn here and up to a point where it can just easily take it down with not much health loss.
Yeah, and he procs the egg here. And there was some argument to buffing the what do you call this? The risky skipper with the Titanic Lackey instead of the armor smith. He would have kept a 1/2 and a 1/1 armor smith on the board. Maybe that was what the oops was for.
Turn here for RedStattik. He does have the safeguard, but
Say the magic words. Yeah, what are the magic words to your safeguard, Hiron?
well, you mean my safe word?
No. Okay, I didn't expect that. All right.
I mean, if I gave you the words, it wouldn't be so safe anymore.
What? Like what? Like Tsukihime remake or something?
Why? Why'd you have to bring that up now?
Content.
But yeah, Chessman's
Okay.
starting to rev his engines up at this point with RedStattik. Kind of an awkward hand in this with how the game is currently progressing.
And you can just play the Wormhole Challenger to kill this. 0-5. I challenge
Yeah.
you.
Just beat it up.
Just beat it up.
Now that's something that needs a safe word.
Oh. Oh.
But he doesn't have additional draw here, so he has to work with what he has. But what he has is decent. It's quite a lot.
Shadow Word Pain on the 110 and Shadow Word Death on the 6-1. And a Forbidden Words on this 3-4. No! He could have cleared. Oh, maybe he can clear next turn with the Twin Tyrant.
I guess RedStattik here doesn't feel too threatened. After all, he has Radiance in hand. But it's true though. Like maybe this 6 damage is something that he's willing to take.
Oh, and the skip.
Just to preserve more of his turns,
Yeah,
because he
yeah.
does have Twin Tyrant.
This skip from Chessman just Oh, I have no words. He's run out of steam, and looks like my prediction of Priest winning this for 80-20 of percent of
And
the
this is
time.
RedStattik. Like I said, always thinking a few turns ahead, as well as not throwing out his cards out prematurely here.
Another
And,
skip. You have to feel
yeah,
good.
man.
No inner fire here at the moment.
Yeah, doesn't even need it just yet. And the thing with Chessman is
He doesn't need radiance here.
yeah, he wasn't able to get any of his ways to refuel after his initial draws, and at this point, he's just working with fumes here.
Armor made to
He does get back his armor, deals with this board somehow. Good bombs,
Oh,
very
good
bombs.
bomb, max damage as well.
He'll be able to clear this this light spawn as well. If
But
this bomb hits this Twin Tyrant, then maybe Chessman has
Yeah.
come back. Maybe.
what is he gonna get? Base.
Base. It's fine. It's decent.
Yeah, it's fine.
Here we
Oh,
go.
Chessman.
Second rate.
Oh my
But
god.
yeah, of course, the Batterhead's just going to clear this entire board. He might want to attack with the Twin Tyrant first, or heal it up first before he gets decimated.
Chessman here has a couple draws in his lifeline. Like he has a decent chunk
He has
of
the Grom.
armor.
He has
He
the
has
draw.
Grom. And I think, yeah, that could be something that he has. Sky Raider. What pirate could he get here?
He could have gotten the Loot Pillager, which
Yeah.
equips a weapon that was destroyed in his game. To get some more live wire lances and stuff. Maybe he can just play the green skin right now. There's no reason to be greedy.
He's holding it.
He's holding it. Okay. Okay, he is at 52. It's going to
Yeah.
take a while for him to just get destroyed. And what
And
RedStattik has to do is to
putting out the Captain Greenskin immediately just allows for it to get removed here by RedStattik. So maybe Chessman now, it's rather than being greedy, maybe it's like investing in future turns here. Because that's all he can hope for right now when he's out of fuel and RedStattik is online.
Yeah, and the power word shield, as I mentioned, it's going to be he's going to just go face he's gonna go face soon with the inner fire. He hasn't committed yet, which is very alarming. Chessman doesn't have any
I think it's very characteristic of RedStattik from what we've seen so far. Like as of now, he doesn't see anything from Chessman that could threaten him. That would how do you say this? That would necessitate that would make the inner fire necessary at this point, because he still has a lot on hand.
Exactly, and this henchman, the henchman underdog, just getting an extra copy of it with the Sleeping Soul. This inner fire priest, man.
Chronically, it's not gonna. It's gonna clear the Twin Tyrant,
which he hasn't healed for the longest of times. And now see the green skin would have been able to counter this under this board a while ago, but just keeping it for a turn, it just proved to be detrimental because RedStattik is able to make a board of his own.
Yeah, it seems like RedStattik here
In the driver's seat.
Yeah, in the driver's seat, able to, like the way he saves his card seems to be more calculated than Chessman. So
And
here,
of course, he wastes mana.
oh dear.
Yep, big oops. Oh, that's just very
That's
juicy.
gonna be it.
That's
That's
juicy.
juicy. It's not quite dead, I think, but it's still.
No, he can
Nothing.
he can power infusion the Batterhead.
Mhm.
Batterhead, it turns into a 560, a 512, 516, 518, 520. It's 20 attack. Wait,
Yeah.
RedStattik still being very conservative. He
Yeah,
doesn't-
he's not like. I mean, what is he thinking Chessman could have that would shut down and punish a commitment with his spells?
maybe a brawl, maybe a plague of wrath, but I'm pretty sure he's seen most of the cards in his from the first game.
Yeah, but still though, maybe this is also something that needs to save. Maybe he's playing with Chessman at this point.
Yeah, but there's
But
very
I don't
much
want to say that. I don't want to say that.
Maybe.
I'd rather say that RedStattik here is
being the safe
really
player.
just making sure that he has a trump card for the situation because it's not just the cards on hand because we have caster vision. We can see exactly what Chessman and RedStattik have on hand.
By
Like
the way,
maybe,
this is Lee. No, this is 28. This
yeah.
is 3
Well,
off lethal. Wait, 28. 5 off lethal.
yeah. Still though, like RedStattik is holding a lot of cards on hand, which also tells Chessman, okay, have a lot of things for whatever you throw out. That could be one of the reasons he's holding so many of these cards, and despite the fact that there could potentially be no big punish from Chessman, but
Yeah.
still,
But still, keeping. I'm not sure if it's open deck list. Probably not. Maybe if I can get confirmation somewhere if it's open deck list. If it's not open deck list, I can understand this. If it's open deck list, then I guess he really is just playing safe. Maybe he's just playing it safe.
tells us a lot about how RedStattik plays, though. Even when he's in this sure win situation, he's still not committing too hard unless he can get lethal right off the bat from there,
Exactly.
which is respectable.
And we do have confirmation that it is open deck list. Both players know the cheese that's about to transpire. This is lethal, by the way. If
Yeah.
he RedStattik, of course, he does see
RedStattik
it. He has
does go for the well played, the properly timed well played.
Yeah,
when
not
they're actually
the
lethal.
Yeah, exactly.
But oh man, that's always satisfying.
All she wrote.
Inner fire.
Ah,
Oh,
you don't see that every day.
nutty. Should have healed him before hitting with a 4/7. But
Yeah,
yeah,
but
that static takes us away.
Reverse sweep, baby.
Reverse sweep. Yeah, I mean, in best of 3, taking out Chessman. And the thing here is that, from what we know, RedStattik usually plays on EU, right? And this Alliance League summer is in US NA.
America server.
Yeah. So he was working with less resources in account than most other players that usually play on NA. So, but being able to craft this sneaky inner fire deck list for this priest, and the way that it played into the warrior, right?
Yeah.
That was the favored matchup here for RedStattik. So I'm really respectable here from University of San Agustin representative RedStattik, going strong.
It's something that I did want to say at I counted him out after seeing the deck list, but when I went through the deck list and actually played partly the deck, I did see some. I did try to some extent I did try to some extent replicate some of what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
In my decks, of course, minus the inner fire stuff, and more of trying like plus renew instead of radiance. As I said a while ago.
Like
And
way
see-
more optimization for that. But yeah, that's definitely good here for
Very
RedStattik.
commendable performance for RedStattik.
And I like how he plays. The fact that he always go for the errs on the side of caution, and
That is the sign.
that's a sign of a, like, even though he snap picks his discovers, maybe like he likes to wait for the opportune moment to pick the cards that are already on hand. So maybe he has a good idea of what he wants already from the discovers beforehand. And yeah, that's definitely respectable coming in from RedStattik. But that's both matches we have for Predator Alliance League 2020 Summers Hearthstone Eliminations. And both of these matches are so fun. Unfortunately, didn't get to see Murloc Paladin here, but but maybe we might be seeing more in the next few weeks of Hearthstone. We were your shoutcasters for this. I am Hyron. With me is, of course, Percy, and we'll be seeing you with League of Legends after the break.
Don't go anywhere.